So we have two. Well, Spence, I don't know if you would consider yourself a cinephile, but I think Laura and I would both consider each other cinephiles. Or what's the other term?
That is such a weird freaking word, dude. I don't like it.
What's the other term for a movie?
I don't like any. I don't like a word ending in file being used in the same sentence as me. Thanks, but like that's weird.
That's okay. Movie buffs.
Movie buffs. There we go.
So off the top of your head, top 5 movies. Go.
Oh my god, dude! You gotta give me a genre.
Just rattle them off.
No, I love them so much. You can't give me 5.
10? Could you do 10 right here, right now?
I can do 10 right here, right now.
Could
baby.
you rank them?
Yeah. I have a list. Oh, I have a list.
She has a list.
Look. The reason I have a list is because I started writing down movies that I wanted to make sure that I showed my kids one day.
Right.
Now, not when they're kids, but like I just love experiencing movies with people.
Of course.
Especially when they don't fucking sleep through them.
I worked earlier that day.
I tried to show this man the movie Molly's Game, which is one of the best fucking movies ever, and he fell asleep within the first 5 minutes, and I'm still not over it. So
I've seen it. So
okay. I mean, I'll just rattle off A Few Good Men, The Prestige, Molly's Game, Wedding Crashers, obviously, and these are in no particular order. The Holiday, The Devil Wears Prada, Roman Holiday, To Catch a Thief, The Sound of Music, Casino Royale, Gone with the Wind, My Fair Lady, Crazy Rich Asians, real good. And then get into the Greek. Did I already say Wedding Crashers? Wolf of Wall Street, obviously. Like, that's in the top 5 if there was a top 5. Mm-hmm. Pineapple Express. Wedding Crashers is truly, that's my favorite comedy.
It's so quotable.
You got to break it down into genres for me. I love movies so much, but if I had it like best comedy, Wedding Crashers, 100%. There's no question. There has not been another comedy that has been better than that. Wolf of Wall Street is not a comedy. Wolf of Wall Street is just its own freaking thing on its own pedestal over here, and you can't put anything else in that category at all. So,
you met her at a funeral?
Ma, the meatloaf.
What
is she doing?
I never know what she's doing.
Me and Caegan on road trip.
Caegan. One thing I love about Caegan is he could have been an actor, legitimately.
Could have been. You act like I'm 80. There's still time for me.
I don't see you pursuing it right now. That's all I'm saying.
I feel like this is a boast. Caegan's gonna come out of this podcast with a head about this big.
No, but like he really like do that. You know that scene that we both love in Wolf of Wall Street where Donnie's like holding a cigarette and he's like acting like.
I have the video of me that you sent me. I have it saved.
You literally do. I can mimic that, but he literally can like do it. Like it's like he acts. It's one of my favorite parts because it's such a subtle part, and he's acting like he knows what Jordan's talking about, even though he has no fucking clue. He's like, oh yeah. Caegan and I literally.
Her father is the brother of my mom. He's no. Obviously, we would drive it out to the country. We would.
You're free now.
You say, you're free now. You're free now. Go. No. I mean, we would take it to a place. Obviously, that was, it could house a child like that. Come on. Scare me,
man. I heard some shit.
I heard some stupid. It's nothing. Something about you and your cousin. I don't know. Okay.
We literally.
Okay, yeah. My cousin. Okay. My cousin. She grew up hot, right? And all my friends were trying to get with my cousin. Obviously, I'm if anybody's gonna get with my cousin, it's me. Out of respect.
Literally at family gatherings, Caegan and I just like
people stare at us.
We annoy the shit out of the rest of our family because when we're together, all we do is just work Wolf of Wall Street quotes into every single conversation. And I'm sure it's insufferable, but he's the only person that can quote movies as well as I can. So we obviously just vibe off each other in that respect.
And Cameron and I have reached that age where we're like actually best friends now. And so he's gotten into it and it makes it 10 worse.
Did he show you our text exchange on his birthday recently?
No, he did not.
Just ask him to show you that later.
Okay. I will. Okay, Laura. So if you can't rattle off the top 5 movies off the top of your head, I hope you can do this. Top 5 actors.
Okay. Leo. I mean,
Leo, obviously.
Kidding me. Tom Hanks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a huge Anne Hathaway fan, man.
Okay, well that's actress.
Oh, we're talking men right now. We're gonna go to actors
men
later.
right now.
Oh, okay.
Good old men.
Excuse the fuck out of me. Ryan Reynolds. He's not like an amazing. He's just hot, and I'm sorry. I
really dig his sarcasm.
He's not even that great of an. He's a good actor. He's a good actor. He's not the best actor that's ever lived, but he's just so hot that I just can't. He's my dream man. Yeah, Tom Hanks, Leo. Who am I not? I feel like it's really obvious.
Jack Nicholson. Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro, yes. Nicholson.
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale for sure.
Heath Ledger.
Oh my God. I literally watched The Patriot for the first time ever the day after he actually died. And so that scene in The Patriot, I was crying like, because he actually was dead. And I mean, it was an experience.
So you're not that high on Jack Nicholson or Robert De Niro?
No, I said Robert De Niro, yes. Iconic. But Jack Nicholson.
A little bit.
Yeah, Jack Nicholson, like,
Or Adam Sandler?
Adam Sandler? Bro.
Sandy.
Actor, right there. I'm just telling you. I mean, my favorite future actor, Mr. Casey Jackson over here. Like, legitimately, you should take an acting class. I'm not kidding. I think you were born to do it.
Maybe my podcast will, sort of be like an audition. Maybe that's what I had in mind. Come on now. You guys know me. Top 5 actresses. Anne Hathaway.
Blake Lively. Blake Lively's not even that great of an actress. I'll even say that, but she's my favorite famous person because she's just amazing.
Because she's married to Ryan
Reynolds. And Ryan Reynolds are the 2 hottest people on earth, and then they somehow found each other and married. And it's just, I don't know how the world didn't explode at that, but anyways.
Okay.
So yeah, Blake Lively, Anne Hathaway, Emily Blunt. Jessica Chastain.
Oh yeah, that's your girl.
That's my girl. Ugh. Molly's Game is one of the best fucking movies on earth, and it's a true story. Like, just come at me with that. It's about poker. Like, how would you know? Anyways, I could talk about Molly's Game all fucking day. Also, who's the dude who's in The Prestige? Christian Bale's in that, but the other dude.
I do not know.
That's gonna bug me. But him.
Okay. Spence, would you like to comment, buddy?
Yeah, let's go. Other than Adam Sandler, because yikes.
Buddy?
Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Jack Nicholson just because I love the bucket list.
The bucket list. Oh, Morgan Freeman, bro.
Yeah.
Make me want to be a better man.
The GOAT, yes.
Morgan
Freeman.
And I love pie.
I mean, I really don't. I mean, I'm gonna go with I like comedy, so all 5 of mine are probably gonna be.
Don't say Adam Sandler.
I've already got Adam Sandler.
Ugh.
He's number 1, favorite actor of all time.
Are you serious?
I will say Uncut Gems was awesome. He has chops.
I still have not seen that. Still haven't seen that.
It's very good. He has chops.
The new one he's about to put out on Netflix looks good too.
The one about the basketball coach?
Yeah, because we both love basketball, so I'm ready for that.
Adam Sandler? Come out with
I don't trust any of those new Netflix. Well, he's done a lot of them in recent years, but
some of them suck, but there are a few good ones.
I don't trust any of the Netflix movies that have any of the Sandler crew in them. Sandler, David Spade, I don't know, because it was just a quick movie they just put together. I mean, whatever. I don't know. Spence, top 5 movies.
Well, I mean, they probably got paid like millions of dollars to put that thing together. Just like, so, I mean, I don't blame them. I'd put out a shitty movie for $5 million too.
Right. Well, and that's the problem today.
Top 5 movies for me. At number 5, Remember the Titans.
Never seen it.
What?
It's a well, and I think for like me and Spence, Spence, I would assume you saw it at a very young age.
Yeah.
There's a nostalgia factor there, and if you're a sports fan, like it's just very heartwarming. But for the average moviegoer, still, I think it's definitely worth the watch.
It's on my list.
Yep.
And Denzel Washington's in it, and he gives a great performance. But it has a lot of heart. I'll say that.
Denzel is one of my top 5. He's number 5 on the list.
Denzel Washington.
Hang on. Isn't there this one scene? I've seen one scene of it. Isn't there this one scene? The dude, am I thinking of a different movie, or the dude Brock, where he makes him like climb across the field? Is that a different movie?
That's
Facing
the Giants. That's like a
okay.
That's like a low budget Christian film that sort of made gained traction among like churchgoers, and that scene is very famous.
Yeah.
I have seen that scene about 100 million times, but never actually the whole movie. Okay,
yeah.
Cool. Okay, I'm glad to know that Remember the Titans is a different movie because
it is.
Oh man, obviously Caegan knows Billy Madison's up there.
Every single guy in America has Billy Madison as one of their top 5 favorite movies. It has that movie has such a fucking chokehold on the male.
Absolutely.
Mr. Madison, what you just said is the most insanely idiotic thing I've ever heard. At no point during your rambling, incoherent response did you say anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Okay, you know what? You're right. Billy Madison's fucking great. You're right. It is great. I you know what? I need to rewatch it.
But you
want to rewatch it.
Spence, the best scene in Billy Madison is definitely to me when Steve Buscemi puts the lipstick on his lips, and he lays back and he listens to ELO, and he marks off people to kill Billy Madison, and then comes back and kills
Thank God I called that guy.
And he waves.
Oh, Talladega Nights. We didn't mention Talladega Nights.
Oh, Will Ferrell. Yeah.
You know what I think about Talladega Nights? Obviously, it's a great comedy. It's iconic, and I think it has aged well. I think if Talladega Nights had been if they had kind of reconsidered where they were going with that and rewritten it and made it a drama, I think it could have been an all-time great movie. Like, because obviously the comedy's there, but like if you
not as funny, or just made it more serious,
a little bit more serious. Because like when you really think about it, I mean, it's sort of, there are dramatic elements in it, like the story of Ricky Bobby, like this like redemption story, like this kid that grows up idolizing his dad, like the bones of it, like there's
it could have gotten a little bit darker.
But I'm just saying like that I don't know. It has potential. And like the scene when they're playing Pat Benatar, what is it? We Belong. And Ricky wins the race, and he's got his hands in the air and the American flag going. And Reese Bobby, the old drunk dad, is looking down from the very top of Talladega, and he's leaning up against the fence, and he says, "I will be damned." Good for you, Ricky Bobby. I get chills. That is a great scene.
That is a great scene.
Good for you, Ricky Bobby. And it's his son.
He was the perfect person to play that dad.
Oh, what's his name? Is it Gary Cole?
I can't think of his name, but he was cast perfectly. I love the part where he's like, you ain't first or last. And he's like, it's just some shit I said when I was drunk. And he's like, I lived my whole life.
I was high when I said that.
See, I lived my whole life by that.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Yeah, I actually, don't interrupt me. I think you did mean to do that, and I think you meant to put the onions on my bourbon steak. Great film. So
sorry, we interrupted giving your 5 cents. Sorry.
You said Remember the Titans, Billy Madison.
Happy Gilmore.
This guy. You kill me.
Radio, and Glory Road.
So you're just going for like all like the Disney sports.
Yeah.
Heartwarming.
This man was situated in front of the DComs as a kid.
Really?
Yes.
What's the best DCOM?
Oh my God. First of all,
I'm glad that we can talk about these.
Oh my God, the DComs. And it's only like a very select generation of ages in America.
Yeah, it's like a span of like maybe 10 years.
Oh my God. Every Friday night, Disney Channel original movie, 8 p.m. I'm getting chills just thinking about it. On a Friday
remember
night.
The intro music?
Oh my God, it was the
Disney
best.
Channel movie. You remember that?
Yes, it was. Oh my God, it was ingrained in my brain. It still is.
When we were little, like one came on like every night at like 8 o'clock.
Yeah, 8 o'clock.
I don't know if it was that way for you, but like 8 o'clock, one came on. It was always a movie, and not necessarily.
I don't remember what it's called, but the one about the leprechaun.
Luck of the Irish.
Yes, that shit was my shit.
That was a good one. And I would always look forward to watching it on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
I used to love Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Those were good. You can't forget High School Musical because obviously it was good.
But that's not a DCOM, dude.
Well, it is. It is.
I mean, yeah, but it was like at the end of that era. It was like.
But it was by far the most successful. I mean, it was commercial. I mean, the third one came out in theaters.
Yeah.
I mean, there was legitimate commercials.
Oh, Sky High.
Oh.
That's not a DCOM.
Yes, it is.
It's not a DCOM. It's a Disney movie. Look it up.
No, dude, that was a DCOM. I'm calling a flag on that play. That was a
look it up.
I will later.
It was one of those. Obviously, Disney showed a lot of their own movies during that 8 o'clock slot, like I said. But it's not a DCOM.
Another great movie from Disney, Miracle.
Oh yeah, Miracle's good. But, but you guys know me. I could talk about Disney all day.
Oh, dude. Last night, I literally by myself watched an animated movie by Disney that I had on my list that people told me were so good. And I'm not gonna say Encanto, which I mean that's great, but Soul. Have you seen that?
I haven't seen Soul yet. Is Soul a Pixar movie?
Yes. I cried my eyes out, Caegan.
I need to see that. I don't know why I haven't watched it.
It was beautiful. It was one of the most beautiful. Like honestly, I think that it's like a kid. A kid can watch it and have a good time, but you can't really understand that movie until you're at least like 15 years old. Like it was kind of deep. Wow,
I need to watch it. I'll watch it.
It's so good. Watch it with Anna, and she's gonna need to hold you because you're gonna cry. Like it's. It is emotional.
Well, I have a very deep emotional childhood connection to Disney. I mean, because was not only was that my childhood, but I associate a lot of the best times with that. When I think about Disney, I think of you've met Mimi, haven't you, Miss Emily?
Yes. Yeah.
So when I think about Disney, I think about being at Mimi's on Saturdays and having to actually, watch a VHS and putting the VHS in and rewinding it and watching Toy Story. There's a lot of nostalgia.
You make me cry. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. And no other generation henceforth are ever gonna understand we're gonna be
so sad.
Yeah, it is. They don't make them
Okay, so both of you, let me ask you this. Best, and I'm talking about legitimate Disney movies, the classic cartoon, I'll ask you best Disney movie, best animated Disney film, and then best Pixar film, because obviously they're both under the Disney umbrella, but they're sort of different. So give me both of those.
Aladdin.
Okay.
A Bug's Life.
Very good. A Bug's Life is sort of underrated.
Strong, right?
I'm going Aladdin. But the Pixar one's Toy Story.
Yeah, that's my childhood. It's hard to go against Toy Story.
Yeah.
My choice for animated, obviously, Laura, this is a rude question and my mom would kill me, but what year were you born?
Oh, I don't care if you ask me. 1993.
Okay, so you were there. You were little during the prime. Well, the 90s is referred to like
I was
89.
a 90s kid. Yeah.
Like 89 through like 99 is what's referred to as the Renaissance era. Because like obviously like there's like the classic lineup of like Cinderella and Pinocchio and the stuff that came out from like the 30s to the 50s, Snow White. But then there's the Renaissance era where Disney animation really like came back and was like the biggest thing ever. And that's literally your childhood. You were at the prime. You were the prime demographic for that.
It was
Aladdin and
Beauty
and the
great time.
Beast. Yep, and Pocahontas and all.
Dude, underrated Pocahontas 2. So underrated.
I've never seen it. Yeah, I didn't even know the second one, to be honest with you.
Honestly, it's so good.
So my choice for animated movie, and it changes with time. Obviously, it's like asking like, "What's your favorite Elvis song?" Or
right.
It's whatever I'm feeling.
Right.
Man, Aladdin's a good one. One that I go back to, Beauty and the Beast.
Mm-hmm.
That honestly makes so much sense as to why you love that. It really just tracks for you.
And, I think it's because I appreciate Disney and like what all the innovations that they've made, and because you obviously like appreciate Disney and like Disney parks when you realize like how everything is made.
Mm-hmm.
And like I don't know if you guys know this, but like the ballroom scene with like the chandelier and all that when they dance, like that was so cutting edge for that time because they used CGI for that scene.
No, never really thought about that. Wow.
But yeah, that was a huge deal when that movie came out. But man, Aladdin, it's just like Robin Williams' performance in Aladdin is just all time great.
Robin Williams belongs in my top 5 actors. I forgot about that, but
man, Good Will Hunting.
Oh, Patch Adams. You remember that movie?
Adams? Yes, I've seen Patch Adams.
That movie is incredible.
But that was like the first. What's the word I'm looking for? That was the first time that a animation studio used a well-known actor to market a movie. Because now when animated movies come out, how do they market it? They market it because animated movies now are just it's a random assortment of actors who are doing voice acting, and a lot of them for the first time. When you see a trailer for an animated movie, it's not even really anything about the plot. You see, Adam Sandler and Brad Pitt as the cat, and Angelina Jolie as the princess. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That was the first movie. That movie started that trend. Huh. And Robin Williams hated it. He was so pissed off that they did it that way because they used his name to make millions of dollars off merchandise and whatnot. Disney, because Disney's smart. They know how to make money. And
ain't nobody ever called Walt Disney dumb, man. Ain't nobody ever said that. Mm-mm.
They've called him an anti-Semite though.
Yeah.
But yeah, his performance. I mean, that's just
moving right along.
Awesome. Okay. I'm gonna try to wrap this thing up because we all have things to do, obviously. Mm-hmm. Laura, you're a busy woman. Spence, you're not busy. But okay. What's your favorite movie you've seen recently and a movie you're excited to see? Spence, you too.
Spence, I'm gonna need you to go first. I'm gonna need a little minute. I'm gonna need to marinate on that for a second.
So, what was the first part? Best movie I've ever seen?
No, best movie you've seen recently.
I mean, I don't like go. I mean, I haven't been to the movies.
I'm just saying anything. Just like a movie you like. What's one you've watched recently? And you're like, oh man, that's a good movie.
I mean, I just got through watching one. Don't laugh at me, but it's a romantic Jack Nicholson movie. I think it's called it was on Netflix. I can't remember.
Are you talking about? It's not.
Are you talking about As Good as It Gets, or
Is that the one where he's dating the girl, brings her to the beach house, and then
that's a fantastic movie. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. I've seen it a million times. It's got Diane Keaton in it.
She's a writer.
No, that's not As Good as It Gets. As Good as It Gets, it's a different one. The one with Diane. The one with Diane Keaton.
You know who else I love? The Baldwin brothers. Say what you will.
Alec Baldwin is my celebrity crush.
Alec Baldwin is a daddy. Say what you will.
Yes.
Okay. He is
Glengarry
a
Glen
daddy.
Ross.
He can get it. I'm just saying. Like, he can get it.
It's that voice.
It's all about the voice.
And the 5 o'clock shadow.
Oh my God, don't.
Okay, the movie I'm talking about is Something's Gotta Give.
I know you're
Something's got to give. Something's got to give.
That's it. But yes, it's got Diane Keaton in it, and the beach house, and all that. Yeah, great movie, fantastic.
Yeah. Okay. And the one I'm looking forward to is the Adam Sandler with the I can't remember what it's called.
Jesus,
Anything Adam Sandler's gonna do.
This guy.
This is ready.
Yep.
Quite the artiste.
Yep.
I'm gonna say, dude, because I watched it last night and it's still Soul. I'm telling you, that is the best movie I've seen recently. Just because it was, I mean, I just didn't expect it. Crept up on me. I just did not expect it to be that freaking good, and it was just all ages. Something I'm really excited to see is first of all,
do you have a list of movies you want to see too?
Honey. Where's the
Yeah,
camera?
it's bad.
Oh man. Trying to see if I see.
Okay, so do you even want to? Can you even answer that question?
These are all movies that I have not seen yet that I want to see, and I'm never going to be able to erase this because I just keep adding shit to it. And I mean, it spans like the generations of just different stuff. But something I'm really excited to see. Oh, I have not seen, even though it came out a while ago and I'm behind. I haven't seen House of Gucci yet, and I really want to see that.
Oh, yeah.
Did y'all watch that yet?
Is that the one with Lady Gaga?
Yeah. But it's a true story. I'm a sucker for a true story, man. I love me any sort of like true story, like, oh shit, this thing happened. Like, what? By the way, have you literally still not watched Molly's Game?
Sorry about it, buddy.
I don't want to see your face again until you watch that movie. I am not even kidding. You better not come back around me until you have seen that movie, Caegan, because you're going to literally be like, you're going to love it. You're just going to love it.
Well, is there a movie coming out in theaters that you're like, do you have, because, you know, obviously like a lot of movies are announced a year ahead of time and you're like, oh man, when that comes out, like I'm going to be the first one.
Oh, Where the Crawdads Sing, because I'm reading that book right now.
Okay. Look at you reading books. Cutco alumni reading books. How about it?
I couldn't tell you a movie that's coming out in theater. So
well, I could, because I have one that's coming out at the end of the month that I'm pretty excited about.
I was like, this is all leading to, Caegan, you want to tell us what your movie
the Elvis biopic.
Oh my god, duh. Okay, first of all, when I saw the trailer for that, I immediately I texted you immediately. I was like, oh my god, yes, that looks so incredible.
And you know, I'm not really.
You're gonna have an out of body experience in the theater, Caegan. You're gonna literally leave your body. But
I'm not completely sold that it's gonna be like an amazing movie, you know. But I just think it'd just be so cool to see. You know what I mean?
Oh my god, yeah. I think they picked a really good actor. He's like
Austin Butler. Of like see again, like our childhood, like that's sort of like our guy. He was in Zoe 101, he was in Wizards of Waverly Place, he was in iCarly.
He was in Wizards of Waverly Place?
Yeah.
I didn't know any of that. I didn't put together that was him in any of those shows.
He was in Carrie Diaries.
Is he the one with it that sings on the iCarly with his grandma sick?
Yeah, his grandma's like got a broken leg or something.
I love my Jakey.
Yeah, that's him.
My mind is blown.
Yeah, and he's playing Elvis.
I mean, I know who he is, and I knew that's the actor, but I didn't put together that he was in any of those shows.
I did not know he was in Wizards of Waverly Place.
That was a great freaking show. Oh, whoa, hold on. Talk about Disney shows just for just a little second. First of all, because I'm a girl, like y'all are probably not gonna feel the same way, but the Lizzie McGuire
so Raven.
No, the Lizzie McGuire show was the freaking goat. Like just every day at 3:30, every single day after school.
I'm old enough to remember Lizzie McGuire, and I prefer the movie to the show.
The movie was incredible. I still stand that movie.
I mean, this is what dreams are made of. Like,
are made of.
Yeah,
Oh my
that
God.
was a great scene.
Every
At the
14-year-old
Coliseum, like what, like where did that come from?
Every 14-year-old girl was like, how the fuck do I get on a trip to Italy right now and meet a guy who's 4 years older than me to try to scam me so that I can sing in the Coliseum, like right now.
Okay. There that is.
There that is.
Well, I don't even. Oh! You were asking about Disney movies.
Disney shows.
Disney shows, yeah.
That's So Raven.
I loved That's So Raven.
Oh, Hannah Montana was the best.
Hannah Montana was incredible.
I loved Hannah Montana, but I will say now that Disney Plus is a thing, looking back, I think Sweet Life of Zack and Cody holds up.
Oh, the GOAT. You're right.
Best.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. London Tipton. Oh my God.
Ashley Tisdale used to be.
She was that. Yeah.
She was that girl.
Was the two? I was like, I'm gonna marry one of them too.
Yes, Ashley Tisdale was that girl for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, but I thought Hannah Montana was great.
Oh yeah.
When I was younger, but like looking back, it was a really cringe show. A lot of them. I mean, even Sweet Life like was cringe at times. Like with like the new generation of Disney, like everybody loved to say, "Oh man, our Disney was so much better." But really, looking back, it's the same. It's cringe. It's written for kids. It's bad.
Yeah.
But I think Sweet Life and That's So Raven hold up.
That's So Raven was fantastic. It was.
And how cool, like, not trying to make a statement here, but like how cool that like at that time, I say that time like it was the 60s, but like that there was there was a black family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just neat.
It was the only. It was like other than the Cosby Show, which yikes. But other than the Cosby Show at that time, and that wasn't even that long ago. We're talking like less than 20 years ago.
Well, I just think on Disney it was.
I know. It's sad that was the case, but yeah.
And they didn't really explore that. I mean, it wasn't a racial. It was not a racial show at all. But I just think it was neat.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, you know that they did it. They did a remake, like
Raven's Home.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but the 12-year-old girl in me wants to watch it real bad.
And they did a
Corey in the House used to be a good one.
Corey in the House, the spinoff.
Yeah.
Oh, that was yes.
So yeah, because Anna and I went to DC here recently, and like my whole like vision of what Washington DC looked like was based off of that show.
That's funny. You had never been to DC?
We went earlier in the year. The conference tournament was held there.
Okay.
And so I got to see like the White House for the first time then.
Yeah.
Anna and I did like the full tour.
That's funny that that's what you had in your head the whole time.
But that was when we did the full like touristy stuff, the museum.
Yeah. DC is pretty legit.
It's a cool city to live in.
It's so clean, which I really like.
Yeah. I'll tell you what I loved. The food trucks, man. The tourist traps that are like set up along all of the museums. It's just like a bunch of foreign dudes. Oh my gosh.
They know what they're doing, man. They know what they're doing.
Gosh.
The food is incredible. First of all, I have never had food from a food truck that wasn't incredible.
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
Like it's just automatic amazingness every time you see a food truck.
Is that a big thing in your area of Charlotte?
Not really. I mean, yeah, there are some, but not like for example, have you ever been to Austin, Texas?
No.
There's like this area food. I don't know the literal where the first food truck originated, but if it was a question on Jeopardy or something, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, I would put my money on that it originated in Austin, Texas, because there are like food trucks like just literally everywhere, and they're delicious. But like, so it's not like that, but there are some here, but it's not as much as there are breweries. Like we would take a step in the right direction if there could at least be one food truck per brewery, but haven't gotten there yet.
Okay, Laura and Spence. Because Spence, I want you to be involved as well. Final question here, and we're gonna wrap it up. Because we've talked a lot about movies. Where is the film industry headed? Do you think it's in a good place right now? Do you think it's headed for a good place? What is your opinion?
Well, first of all, I'm a movie buff, but you're like you like research, like you like know all these like extra things about it that I don't know, that I haven't researched. So I mean, like you're probably you're I mean, I don't really, you know, I
Okay,
think
let me ask you this. And I'm sorry to keep interrupting you. I really am. It's so incredibly rude of me. There is this trend now in Hollywood where everything is either a sequel or it is like a remake. Like I'm pissed off with Disney because when was the last time Disney made an original movie? Other than Soul was good, but I'm saying like the majority of things Disney does are Walt Disney Animation is nothing now. It is literally all recreations of old classics: The Lion King, Cinderella, The Jungle Book, Beauty and the Beast. It was all remade for a younger audience, and I'm not that big of a fan of it. And even like they kind of ruined my beloved Toy Story, Pixar, Pixar was the backbone of Disney for my childhood. I mean, that they saved Disney in my opinion. They messed it up too with Toy Story 4, which I thought was a good movie, but it was the most unnecessary movie ever made. Because Toy Story 3, as sad as it was the perfect ending.
Incredible. It was the perfect ending.
Why do you bring it back up? You know what I mean? Like the way it ended was perfect. It was so terrible. It's so sad. Yeah. But it was perfect.
Yep. I agree.
So there's this trend now where everything's a sequel, nothing is original. It's all like remakes and stuff, or like it just seems like there's not an original idea. Like when was the last time you saw, like, for example, in the 70s, think of all the amazing things that were completely like original ideas, like Jaws or Star Wars, or I hate to use The Godfather because it was adapted off of a book, but even so, movies like that, when was the last time you saw like an amazing, iconic movie, whatever, that was an original idea? So my thing is, and like Martin Scorsese said, Marvel has been the big thing here for like the past 10 years. Mm-hmm. He refers to Marvel as amusement park movies because they're all the whole film industry now is, it's all franchises, and it's all, what's going to make the most money, what's going to appeal to the largest audience. And so he's like, they're cool and whatnot, but they're amusement park movies. They're fun, and there's no real like dramatic artistic value there.
I mean, do you count a movie that's based on real life as still an original, like they're just telling a story in film form? Because I mean, I think Wolf of Wall Street was one of the greatest movies I've ever seen ever. And also,
Wolf of Wall Street.
As far as the way it was done, like even though they were just telling a real life story, it still was not a remake or anything, but like it was, I mean.
But and that's a Scorsese movie, so obviously it was done well, and it was done in his own style. Yeah, I'll count that. But still, if that gives you, I hope that gives you a better like understanding of what I mean when I ask like, where is it headed?
Yeah,
is it in a good place?
I'm never gonna not love movies, and who knows if it's headed in a good place or not. I don't, like I said, I don't like research like all the ins and outs of like all the historical context of all of that like you do, but I mean, I definitely do have the feeling that it's like, oh, they don't make them like they used to, man, and it's like I feel like maybe every generation feels like that about something. But I definitely, like, for example, the years between like the early 2000 on through like 2008, 9, there were some great movies made during that time. Like the first 10 years of the 2000s there were some great freaking movies that came out of that, and like there's and some of them still that like are my favorite movies to this day, that are the most rewatchable. Something that's rare is the movie, that's like rewatchable. Like you can't exactly put it into words what makes a movie one that you like. Wedding Crashers, you could watch it over and over and over again, or just have it playing in the background at a party and like everybody's gonna love it always 10 out of 10 times. it's hard to put into words like what exactly makes a movie a rewatchable movie, but they're kind of rare nowadays. Like I don't remember the last time I saw a movie that was like a new release in the last like other than Wolf of Wall Street and Molly's Game that's like super super rewatchable. Whereas like in years past, I felt like it was almost like every movie that came out. I mean, you remember that streak of movies that came out where it was like Wedding Crashers, The Hangover,
that little era of comedy.
that era, yeah, Pineapple Express,
2000.
Talladega Nights, like all
Step
those
Brothers.
movies, Step Brothers, all those movies, like bam, 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 bam. Like now it's like 1 in 10 movies or 20 is like that. And I feel like I don't like how, and I mean, yes, I understand the need to be PC and the need to like, there's certain things that you can't, that like 10 years ago you could say on a film that you absolutely can't say now. But I feel like I don't like this like holding pattern of people being scared. And it's like, that's not where good art comes from, like, so I don't know if that answers your question or not.
Michael,
I want
care to comment?
I think we're gonna see more about like the Elvis movies. Like I think we're gonna see more of those here in the next decade or so, because more of our actors like they're not like, I mean obviously people die, but like we're losing a lot of them. Like
Yeah.
I mean, we lost Robin Williams. Like I just feel like we're gonna see more of these like the Elvis movies. Like we're gonna see one. If there's not already somewhere in this world, there's gonna be one about Michael Jackson soon. Like they're gonna keep coming out.
Well, yeah, it was just like here recently they had the Freddie Mercury biopic, they had the Elton John biopic, whatever.
Hot take. Why is it not called a bioflick?
Well, a picture.
No,
Film.
a flick. A movie. It's called a flick. A chick flick.
But biopicture. A movie is a picture.
I get it. I'm just saying it should be called a bioflick. Let me have my moment. Thank you.
I want to be bougie and pretentious enough to refer to films as pictures.
As pictures. Of course you do.
I want to be that.
Oh, of course you do. Yep.
That waspy, if you will.
Yeah. He wore horn rims just to make himself look more waspy.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'll leave you with this. Ann and I went Saturday to see the new Top Gun and loved it. And we enjoyed it. And obviously, I'm not going to stop going to the theaters because I'm a movie guy, and I love that sacred experience of smelling the popcorn and buying your ticket. And movies are just different on the big screen. They are.
Yep, for sure.
So and Top Gun, when it came out, I was like, oh, this is dumb. Another remake. They're just trying to squeeze money out of people. And I went and saw it anyway, just like I went and saw Toy Story 4 anyway. And I enjoyed it. So I guess I'll be their sucker.
Yeah. Sign me up. Oh, well, somebody's, yeah, I agree.
I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep watching movies, and I'm going to keep spending way too much money on popcorn. I have been blessed for the past 3 or 4 years. My stepmother gets free tickets to AMC theaters. So I do save money because, a ticket to the movies is not cheap.
Oh my God. Dude, when I lived in Atlanta, my mom came to visit me one weekend, and it was literally like the same weekend that the last Avengers movie came out. What was it called?
Endgame.
Endgame. Yeah. It was literally like, so we went to see it on opening day. I shit you not. That ticket was $25 a pop.
Mm-hmm.
$25. I remember in high school, you could go to the movies for $6 on a Friday night. I mean,
not anymore.
That just blew my mind. I sound like an old person. Like back in my day, they were $6 instead of $25.
I don't even order sweet tea anymore. So. Yep. Yeah, but I don't think I've paid for a movie ticket since like 2018, which is like such a big thing for me because
Yeah, you're saving a ton.
And I do like the AMC Stubs thing, so like you skip lines and all that, so I'm earning points.
Making it work for you. Making your money work.
That is what we in the business, Spencer, refer to as shake and wiggle. You got to have a little shake about you.
Absolutely. What you do.